the TI Grand Finals as sort of catches.
And it's going to set forward for Microsoft.
Thank you, Purge.
Can they get any of these kills?
Against Liquid, their last two games, some of the most dominant performances we've seen from the entire tournament. In this game for Liquid, they have had the chance to switch it up. We're not seeing the TI9 Win Ranger. It is something a little different. It's something we know he's good at, but is it good enough to beat the OG IO, Giannis?
They've definitely looked to go for something that's more early game centric. The last two drafts, they went for this Tied Under the TA and a Jug, or Tied Under TA and Lifestealer. Very slow paced draft. This time,
No Tail finally is able to be an Elder Titan in the game, where he can stand next to the utility heroes. We see how much damage Ana is able to do inside of that one. No Tail just standing next to both of them the entire time. Liquid jumped in too far forward, barely getting the rush.
And Bristleback too. This is a very early paced hero as we see the Goo as well as the Spray get picked up at 1 and 2. And you are pretty much the strongest hero on the map. And we see them immediately set up with an aggro tri-lane. They have a Headress on Kuroki for that extra health regen. And they really want to put the pressure to shut down Ana on the IO.
Let's see if they can do it. We saw some scary stats on the Ana into this game. He is 19-1 in the last 20 games he's played. And of course, here at TI, 5-0. No one has been able to beat him. Liquid are going to have to see if they can do it in their last chance in.
This is the Goo that we're talking about, that really strong level 1. Are they going to actually be able to dive him though? He has a shield available and they actually can't.
He picked it up.
Doesn't have a salve on himself this time around though, like he did in the last two games.
I mean, that tells me that
and
he
also,
wants to
with the carry ouch. Not every single time, but they did have
they're
Elder
actually getting the extra duration.
Time.
So usually
how the stop works is you have very many heroes when you're playing into Agate Lane, because you cannot bang a tri-lane into an Elder Titan most of the time. So this time it's going to be a bad
means he can frontline, which means he can stick on top of the heroes and apply the natural order.
Able to make sure that the creep wave meets underneath the tower so they can get the creep equilibrium in their favor. Very interesting to watch some of these lanes. See how Mihawk can get off to a start against the Thompson mid Jara.
It is a 20,000 gold swing as well as a 20,000 experience higher base damage. The thing about OG, they now have a full heart on the Spectre, level 25. One of the best animations in the game. It's absolutely instant on range. And you have missiles, and you have a Tiny who's going to constantly throw Weehawk back into the tower.
And it all looks to add up. The Dragon back, she's able to point in the win run, looking for the body of Jax. Won't be able to quite get it entirely, but still able to get a good amount of damage done.
Meepo had no buyback for all of it, right? Weehawk spent all gold.
Back as Jax is going to go for it again.
They're taking tier 3.
Going deep behind the tower, seeing if he can have the control. Up he goes with the toss. Thompson closing in. Win runs back online.
OG, they've done it
as
time
Weehawk
and
can
time
hold his
again.
distance, but OG already getting incredibly aggressive in this middle lane.
When people have been quick to count them out.
It's the way they like to play with the Jerax on the Tiny. Just run around, shut down the mid laner. Doesn't matter what hero it is. You're going to be able to just throw him every single time he walks up for a toss.
Feeling confident on the front lines with that heart and ages. Thompson jumps in, finds Miracle outside the base.
I'm saying though, down bottom, this try, it is able to bring these heroes down pretty low. Obviously the question is if they can push them over the edge and get the kills. But the aggression certainly is there. Once the level 2s come out for the 3 members of Liquid, we'll see that pressure amp up even more.
Jackson will come back in for Liquid, but now there's 2 rounds of tri-lane from OG. As mid lane reaches the mid lane, won't save him. Misrange tracks gets the kill. Now they're going to get the focus. Miracle and GH trying to get on top of him, but it's real Meepo.
He's just running around trying to cut waves, collect bounty.
Liquid cannot chase any further.
They need eyes on Jerax, right?
To bring his army in for the fight, but it's scary.
Looking to just punish the aggressive tri-lane of Liquid. As they can't really respond too well. Chan is not really a hero that wants to be moving around TP at all.
They're hiding the back line. Look at Jerax as well. They're hitting so far away from everybody else. They want nothing to do with this Meepo right now.
About to go over the ramp. He's going to get set first. Can they get more?
Versus
Still not the target they want to find. They want to try and find the easier kill.
What do we expect from this matchup?
He's able to
haven't gotten to see this one too often, but I think that they're both going to just be able to farm. I think Seth might actually be able to bully my control a bit, just because you don't have to worry too much about your regen. While my control, he's coming mana sometimes. But I think they're both going to just end up trading farming.
He's just running down Kuro. His team cannot really keep the Spectre off the Chen.
Definitely seeing those this pressure down bottom. It's continuing to make sure it's very hard to continue to chase him with the rolling onto no-tail. Liquid takes one out of the lane, and only being able to get 4 CS so far in this bottom lane. Already Liquid change up and draft and different approach. It's looking so much better here in the first 3 minutes of game 4.
Running into 5 heroes by himself, and 16 and 11 is all the way in the back line. They just cannot deal with Spectre now.
I mean, Mind Control's still trying to chase. but they just cannot do it. In every fight, the mana gets so low. Anna,
he's healing up, he's getting ready to hunt. Looks like he's just eating 2 mangoes.
Oh,
I think my control's starting to realize that if he stays toe-to-toe versus Timber, he's going to have some problems. So he's coming the wave.
Straight away, he'll turn towards Weehaw. He's the one that's trying to start the fight off, committing, but they'll turn. The damage being done
is running over toward the area. He's only level 1 though, so still not having that stun available for the Tiny just yet. He's looking for those tops back into the tower and stun.
Play gets Jax away. No, goes for the stone boy, get it out.
They will be constantly burning the mana of those now with this Satyr Mind Stealer.
As well. In the trees with the roots, helping up the damage to kill him off. He'll slide to the side. He tried to run away.
Liquid obviously interested to keep this pressure on, and they have to find objectives with it. And as the Iron will have that comeback mechanic, sort of once he hits the level 4, going into the jungle, using the spirits to farm those neutrals.
This Spectre is
going to make as much as they can
kill the other
in
heroes.
this favorable lane setup that Liquid have. Another commitment onto Anna, separating him from Nota.
He is out of position.
So if they can beat down Anna through this overcharge, Nota pops the stick charges, spirits are out. Turn towards Miracle, but Mango's popped. He still has the mana to fight with. Another shield will hold him up.
To appreciate that.
It really is a pretty fun lane though coming up from OG, right? He's like, oh, I just healed Io, and Io heals me. So they're going to be able to always do that.
Anna was the only one that was really
stacks off with the shield as well. It's actually a really clever lane coming out. And he's even maxing. We've seen Anna play this TI. We also saw him play the last efficiency. He missed the Spectre. He heals himself for even more because of that.
5-minute runes come up. And OG want to try and tackle this 3-on-3. Nota doing his best to draw their attention away. He avalanches out onto Miracle. Jax
swinging it round.
Tries to chase the other, but Liquid they'll be able to grab both. Taking the bouncy runes away.
Early on, this is a second set of racks that OG is taking away.
Liquid continuing.
Liquid has to be pretty thankful that they still have a tier 2 up top.
Is certainly
so
the
OG is
answer
going to
they've been
be able to
looking
go
for.
for those magnets.
They're not killing them
back
though.
up.
They only killed Nota once because of how many stick charges they're getting fed down
Liquid,
here.
how do they take fights?
They now have constantly spamming the quill, spamming the goo.
Here on
Everyone's sitting at like 10 stick charges every time they try to make, but he's all in. Now Miracle is up a bit far here.
Jax, he's got to be worrisome, right?
He's going to be able to make sure that Miracle cannot make
in on this
move
run
up towards the top. Another shield scout for
Scotty.
Nota. He may be low, but he's more than safe. Jax with the toss up.
Still,
GH pops the stick charges. He's trying to escape Nota. Keep it on top of him. That
The HP is not the thing, right? If they're
may not even need to. GH is running.
Died the last one, but it does amplify so much, and they do have that straight up damage that can come out. Now we're seeing Thompson. He started to rack up too. He's got his Daedalus finish. He actually did not pop his magic one there. A bit too much damage coming out. I think they have the waste and the right click to be able to bring down that meatball. How much it actually was there.
They really do.
And the lanes are being pushed in. Rotations from Jared setting up to go for that tier 2 top. They've got their pretty much everything advantage onto Weehaw. They've got the hunt now too. 34-13 to the 19 of 4. This animation is just getting this extra Wraith Band early, really coming into play. As long as the ET's not getting out, as long as no Choke can actually get on top of this, he is going to.
With that axe, he can afford to get in and stop the damage. They are killing Nota straight away in the fights anymore.
There's too many things they have to pay attention to. There's too many target priorities that Liquid want to go for.
Miracle by his side. They won't be able to die for
the biggest one. Trying to get this Elder Titan. So I think the big done a good job out of it. Liquid is getting aggressive top. They're not on TA.
There was already what two Ghost Scepters and an E-Blade on OG's line.
They popped the Shrine for some mana.
A bit more luck on the kills. They'll find Thompson. They have the big potential. Anytime that OG is
one thing that they're doing, they were putting pressure on it and we're getting good farm, but the sustain that's actually coming out from this bottom lane is just too much for them a bit here. As Ana is starting to get this farm built up to those 20 last just cutting bottom weight of it looks like there while his team was pushing top, and he just gets caught up, but he has buyback.
Seems to be the focus for Liquid. They've left
very quickly
Miracle
by control
alone.
down.
They're trying to collapse in. Thompson gets the cooldown off with the Hellbear, smashes in with the clap. Making these moves around Control and his army.
They can't get back into the game.
Catching out
Thompson. They're going to know this. They're going to keep the pressure up on top.
This tempo up. They're starting to really show that they have within them what OG's been bringing in the first 7 minutes of the last 2 games. They can match this tempo.
Look at Miracle down bottom, even pulling away these 2 heroes. Even though they do have all their on charges built up now to up to 17 as well.
OG's efforts for now.
He is pushing them away from the stay. OG, this is the last set of racks. That double sustain. Still feels that powerful. There's the buyback from the Tide. Back to Meltash.
Another collapse from Liquid. They look to dive on Jax. They get the kill. He's going to try and keep himself on top of Kuro. He has his army ready to tank some of the damage. Thompson, he's going to be able to get this kill out. Another one charge down. Kuro keeps the deal alive.
Push on, taking these tracks.
Liquid, they can get themselves out of range of it.
Turns towards him, Seth.
They have so much damage in mid lane right now for Liquid. Because Weehawk rushing that Javelin build, he's able to actually punch back onto Thompson pretty hard there every time he does mid forward for a kill. Gives him a lot of time to sap though, as they made that 4-man rotation earlier. Now he's only level 8, he's got the max reactive armor.
Same to be said for Mind Control. We're seeing pretty much a continuation of even far between these offlaners. They're both getting exactly the same amount out of this top half of the map. So far, no one else has been interested in coming over and getting involved. Now that will change. GH and Kuroki, they're looking towards Seb. Bring him Weehawk as well. Weehawk is the focus buybacks they have to use. There's the rolling with the
Seb instantly buying back. The Roche is up. They want to Liquid now. Going into it there, there's going to have to be a bunch of buybacks for OG. They have the pressure queued up on Ana. How much gold does he have for buyback? He doesn't have divine favor there from Kuroki to bring Weehawk on freely and saving his TP. So he can constantly move around the map and he has to respond to anything else. Very nice aggressive move, and that's the Javelin coming into play. Since it's magical damage, it's 100 bonus magical damage when you use that Focus Fire versus Timber. Who cares if he has 25 reactive armor stacks?
But they are doing exactly that. They are holding on in this game.
And Thompson, he was already positioned up towards top. A decent amount of pressure on the tower too. Getting it down to about 700 HP right now. These buybacks. Aegis Cheese.
Well, we see at the moment the Aghanim's in the refreshing shot being held by Mind Control.
GH is already moving his way toward top. They don't have another divine favor to bring
Aghanim's blessing. Liquid trying to force out these buybacks, and he's got to buyback. The tier 4s are being focused. They're not interested in Megas Liquid. They're just interested in ending the game.
Still holding on to it.
First tensions are with his move. 10-minute runes are going to come up.
Potentially another one out this
See if Liquid can keep a favorable hold of them this time.
He's still alive.
Mid lane's going to be the focus. TP is coming immediately. He's shot the shadow off actually before the missile connects. He's able to turn right, looking to Jarrett. He's tanking the tower too. Jarrett lines with the parachute. He's not going to be able to find it. Doesn't get the angle, and Jarrett, if he continue to walk away, Liquid are chasing. The parachute will be available in a second. Can Weehawk hit it? He's going to try.
Not going to find it. Jarrett. He's got the position to TP out behind the trees and will make it back to safety, but Weehawk does live.
He wastes so much of their time there, and even a TP to protect Weehawk. What does that mean? That's just the space. This is what OG wants to do, right? Allow Ana to catch back up after he had a little bit of a rough laning start and get the Dominator, and the Dominator is finished now at this 10-minute mark. So that is where you really start to get enabled quite a lot in the IO to make your moves around the map. But Liquid, they're trying to keep the pressure going. Don't let OG get away with that greed that they're trying to pull off right now. Try to get some tower damage. Every single time a tower is going to start getting pressure, though, you'll see this rotation by Seb. He wants to make sure they don't actually get any of these towers too early. He doesn't have many reactive stacks built up just yet, but he will be okay.
Mid lane Thompson. You see a dive here from Weehawk. Weehawk tried to close in for the kill, but he didn't have the damage to bring Thompson down. Thompson was able to just drop the combos. Weehawk, he got in close range for that attempt.
You got to be careful as well. Ana, he's jungling in the area, so he can just easily tether, hop. I don't know if you guys did the overcharge there, I didn't catch the end of it, but he can easily tether it and you can get a little bit of extra HP regen that comes into play.
Looking for Jerax.
Jerax again.
Committing with the magnetized. TPs will now start to come into play. Thompson's here. Jerax still alive. They're trying their best to hunt him down through the trees. He'll be able to toss back the Hellbait Smasher. Rockets dropped to keep the magnetized going. They'll get the kill on Jerax. See if they can find anything in return. OG Thompson is on top of Kuroki. GH, Weehawk joining the gang. They're surrounding Thompson with a divine favor. Bringing Weehawk in. Liquid, they're going to be able to get both of them. Kuroki making these moves across the map, bringing in the team when required. Kuro, he's 3, 1, and 4. Every single one of these 7 kills has been down to Kuro and his map movements.
And his aggressive plays. They're not expecting these recalls. They're not expecting these divine favors at all. Every single time he's been able to set it up. And he's almost got a mech finished up on this Chen so early on. It's going to be a lot of burst heal. And like the draft panel mentioned, you look at Liquid's draft and they're really trying to set the tempo. They're trying to be aggressive, get early towers down with this Chen, with this Bristleback, and try to get an early Roche and get that big advantage to take advantage of carry IO. You have to try to take advantage of it somehow.
They're waiting there on the high ground. They'll immediately burst through the Aphotic Shield. Notail is trying to run. The Smasher's after him. Notail's got the backup of Ana. Mind Control's going to head in. Liquid, they're diving on forward. GH will be kept safe by the Heavenly Grace. Kuro may have dove a little too far this time. Will be surrounded. The 4 of them take down Kuro, put an end to his reign across the map. As OG responding in their numbers now in that middle lane, they won't let Liquid get away with this any longer.
They still OG has a very strong way to fight, even in the early game. Even if they do have a greedy IO pick, it's what it provides you, especially when you have a Gyro. Gyro is all about that early fight. Same thing with Tiny. And even Timbersaw, but Seb right now, we know he doesn't really want to show up except for the tower defenses. And he's also going to be matching that Chen, who's going to be an early mech. It's actually going to be a mech Timbersaw since they have IO. So this amount of sustain that could come out from OG pretty soon is going to be pretty hard for Liquid to deal with this. Seb, he actually jumps forward for GH.
It goes deep. We are going to turn with the focus fire. Seb, of course, has got the max reactive armor. Thanks to that, Shackle won't latch. Seb, continue to back off. Chains out, back over the river. He's fine. Liquid will try and turn their attention towards Thompson, but with no tail by his side, they cannot dive up to the high ground. Seb holding them back.
5 Liquid heroes in the mid lane, trying to brawl again at the same time as last game. It's 13 minutes in, and there's 9 heroes or 8 heroes positioned around this area. They want to go for no tail, but he's got ulti.
Miracle's going to continue to chase this under the Titu, and they will get it. Seb is trying to turn. The missile is out on Akura. Does Seb have the burst? Not quite. Magnetizes out, and Seb has to retreat. Shackle does latch. Liquid. They've got the lockdown. They've got the roll for the kickback. They'll crush him. Liquid. They're diving again.
They want Thompson.
They got a bit of a flavor of how OG was playing in these last 2 games, and they're saying we could do it too. Thompson pushed the cooldown. They won't go too crazy. They'll let him live. They don't want to dive up towards the tier 3. They know TPs are coming in.
They have to make sure they're hitting the tower because the side lanes are being split pushed. Ana as well as Jerax are actually pressuring these other 2 towers. And they're not even going to get this one here. It's down into deny range. OG might be able to deny that mid tower if they choose to do so. Liquid with an overzealous dive there, not losing anybody, but the side lanes giving a lot to that Tiny as well as that IO. And we know the timing is all about just waiting for IO to get not only Aghanims, but get that level 15 talent. That's what OG wants.
He's diving in. Onto Kura with the flak as well. Hand of God will not keep Chen alive today.
GH will not get TP'd out. Jerax actually TP's in and gets the toss off at the exact timing.
And OG's actually not done, as they are still hunting for action. Miracle the focus. Thompson's got a DD. A power shot does come out. Lands on Thompson.
A bit too aggressive there, but Thompson will throw down the call down just to clear the
the Shackle actually reaches across the trees, but no tail. He's there with a shield. Thompson goes with the TP out. The focus fire, but they have the damage. It's not enough. Thompson save. A spray on the way out. Thompson will escape. Liquid, it's 9-6 in their favor, but the net worth difference, it's pretty much even. As you say, sure, Liquid, they are bringing the aggression, finding the kills, but space is being given to those important members of OG.
Yeah, especially Ana. Halfway to that Aghanims already. Level 11 finished up. He's got the Spirit supplied slow, so he can fight as soon as he has that Aghanims, of course, with the talent, but the big one is that 15, that extra Spirit hero damage that does come out. But yeah, look at this immediately. Seb now positioned up top. He wants to push the top tower as soon as Liquid is positioned in mid. And Jerax already looking to set up down toward the bottom lane. Liquid have to just get these towers. Have to get some type of map advantage here.
Once Ana has the Aghanims, things are going to start getting very tricky for Liquid when they turn up like this.
Yeah.
The spirits will be out.
Yeah, and they have Bristle. That's a good thing, right? Bristle can be good versus the IO. If you can get on top of him, the goo. You don't have the highest armor traditionally on the IO, but he's versus an actual counter. Timbersaw, very good versus Bristle back at all stages.
Fortified.
It's just that farm game, OG.
Got mind control. Looking towards Seb up top, but it's hard really for these heroes without the shackle shot or GH getting a beautiful angle. It's very hard for them to kill Seb.
It's very hard for them to kill pretty much anybody if they don't have Weehawk. If they can catch some of the supports and running around by themselves, they can maybe pick them up, but they really need Weehawk for the damage. The rest of them do not really provide that at this point in the game versus what they're against. Magnetize can be good, but there's a lot of ways that they can deal with it. Not only with the tankiness of how they are, but also there's an Abaddon who can just remove it a lot of the times.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Seb, he can just get away with this, pushing this wave into the tier 2 every single time, knowing that sure, if Liquid do come for him, it's going to be so many of their resources that it's probably going to be worth it for OG to have Seb positioned that aggressively and for him to draw that much attention towards him. Thompson's getting space, Ana's getting space.
Look at that build by Thompson. Diffusal Gyrocopter.
Wait, what?
Diffusal? Gyrocopter, I just said it.
Stretch Diffusal Gyrocopter.
Fancy that. Thompson doing something that I don't think I've ever seen this.
Kind of. I mean, it's interesting because it's going to provide a lot of like mana burn, which is going to be annoying for Liquid.
Okay.
It gives you a lot of agility, and it gives you ways to run around and chase heroes down, I guess.
It's different. They've got the kill squad getting mobile again.
They can transition this into a Roche. DD rune on the Bristleback, they've got Pipe. Yeah, they can easily do this one with the Medallion as well. However, OG, they know what's going on. They can look to contest this as well. As do they have the Aghanims finished up? It's almost there for Ana. And they're pinging it. They seem, now they're aware of it, but it looks like it's almost too low for them to contest with all this minus armor. As Liquid will get away with this one.
Well, let's see what they can do with it. Aegis, Pipe, they have those early tools to start making moves. Start looking towards some of these tier 2 towers.
Ags is complete now on the IO. So Ags IO finished, and we're about to hit 20 minutes. So I'm assuming that OG's gonna buy the tome, give it to that IO so he gets the extra spirit damage. Liquid, they gotta group up and try to get something big here. They gotta catch out these backlines heroes. They really have to get on top of the IO with a nice shackle shot in for We Got to focus fire in. They have to control and stun the IO.
Hunting for Ana. I won't quite find, but definitely, yeah, thinking about it, this diffusal blade, I see what you mean. It does make sense, right? There is, you look at what Miracle and Mind Control in particular.
They're completely dependent on their mana.
And they're dependent on the fights being drawn out, right? Yeah. They revel in situations where the fight continues. And sure, they can't kill them quickly necessarily, OG, but Thompson, he can burn, he's going to take their mana away, and they're going to be essentially sort of these useless, tanky targets on the front that OG can then ignore and look for the more volatile kills.
And he's acting as this like super frontliner. And Bristleback is a hero that if you don't have mana, you don't have damage. So if he's just going to be burning the Bristle, I can see it. You know, I can see it. And he's super farmed, and look how tanky he is. 2,000 HP on the Gyro. There's going to be an MKB finish now for Weehaw, so his damage is going to be very high as Seb's getting slowed down. He's got greaves available, but he's getting burst.
I mean, they're bringing him low. He's got the shield. Now they'll be able to turn. Cooldown's dropped down by Thompson. And here we have it. Miracle. His mana's gone. He's able to pop the stick, get it a fair bit of it back, and he's able to head back in, pushing OG back behind the racks. They're getting a good amount of damage onto this tier 3 tower. Liquid. They push on
IO. That spirit hero damage is there now. Ana gonna join the fray finally.
There we have it. Miracle's mana. It's pretty much entirely gone by Thompson's focus. Look toward GH. But he can't get out. There's no mana. GH, he's dead. And now OG, they have that numbers advantage for this defense. They'll try and change the ball. Thompson, the Rocket Barrage brings Miracle down. There's the Shackle turnaround. They're looking for Jarex. Jarex backing away. Thompson focusing Miracle. Miracle's still out of mana because of this diffusal. Jarex, he's able to cover. The GA is out. We all will fall though. The magic damage is there from Thompson. Miracle's trying to run. Another stick charge pop, but Jarex could shut him off. In fact, Jarex, he's ready to try and look for more potentially. There's only the once. Thompson, he's on top of Kuro. Another cooldown's there. The toss back into the combo. Jarex has the control. God. They're all getting picked apart as Mind Control falls. Miracle is surrounded. And they're all able to get this as well. OG, they will hold.
And they're even taunting. They toss him to the dragon. Holy crap, Thompson, the diffusal is absolutely working to burn all their mana.
But I don't think anyone would have expected to see Gyro, the deciding game. The diffusal blade Gyro, it is perfect for this point of the match.
He just did an insane amount of damage, front lines the entire time, and then Ana just has free reign to get all that spirit hero damage, and it's back completely the other way, and it feels like the control is just gone for Liquid.
What do you do? When your mana's gone, what do you do?
Oh my god. OG starting to take over the game completely here.
Showing new ways to play the game at this incredibly late moment in the tournament.
And now Thompson has an Aghanims as well, so not only is his regular hits going to be proccing that... yeah, he's going to be burning a lot of mana.
And they're just moving into the base now, OG. They're pushing in. Flax starts to force Liquid back. They'll focus Miracle. Miracle, he'll get himself out and away. The missile is out. They're trying to put the heals to save him, but Miracle's dead.
So much damage.
Jarex is in with the combo. They'll bring down GH. GH has buyback. He'll buy back immediately. Weehaw's going to be back up in 5. Fortification is popped, but OG, they're not going away.
They're too healthy. They still have Greaves available for Seb as well this whole time. They're pretty, No-Tail's kind of low, but once they pop those Greaves, everyone's going to be topped off.
A tier 3's going down. 22 minutes again, and in a match where it looked like Liquid had the pace to maybe bring something different, but we're back to the same place that we were in Game 2 and Game 3.
There's no stones for GH. He can't contribute anything. There's no magnetize either. They're just taking this rack.
It's gone! They cannot get close to hold this. As OG, we'll see what the plan is next. They'll back off.
They're happy with that. Why not? They can back up, clean up shrines. But I think if Liquid chases out, OG can definitely just turn and look for the fight. They have no cooldowns that they're waiting on. Everything is available for them. And they're just so farmed right now at this point in the game that Liquid, they're walking out together. But like I was mentioning before, there's one stone on GH, and that is it. So his team fight potential, and he's pretty much the only team fighter on the side of Liquid right now, is just not there.
And OG's ready to go back it again. Jackson with the wrap around the combo down onto mind control. The cooldown's there. Liquid out to back off. Again, mind control's mana pretty much got. He's able to pop the stick, get the GA off at least. Can they fight for the duration of it though? They're getting towards Seb. Heals a pop. Sends back pretty much up to full. Jackson with another combo onto We Are. We Are stunned up. We Are dead. Miracles, the new focus, the missile followed through. OG pushing Liquid back to the base. Mind control out about a Thompson with his diffuser blade, picking them apart. Roll fall for GH, but Seb cuts him down. Roll for double kill. They're pushing on OG. Liquid getting forced back to the base as Liquid have nothing. They have nothing to offer folks.
They're just giving, look at this, they're driving Fountain in TI finals. They want Kuroki in the Fountain as well. They're gonna get it, they're chasing Miracle as well. Oh my God.
I can't believe this. I can't believe what we're seeing in this game 4. OG, you thought you saw it all in game 2, you thought you saw it all in game 3, then it is gone! OG, two-time TI champions, they've done it, folks!
And in what a fashion. These last 3 games didn't even seem close. Liquid, they had something going for themselves, but then they hit the brick wall. OG is the best team in the world. They are on a completely different level.
No question, they are